Hi, my name is Remco. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm doing my PhD here at the University of Leeds. I learn a lot about the topic I'm studying in, of course. Where to start? Just about the whole context of my topic, about the many different research methods which can be employed to further investigate the topic I'm interested in. I've learned how to better communicate research, how to collaborate with partners from abroad. I did my research in Kenya. I learned how to collect qualitative data in a low resource setting. You're learning so many things. But I think especially what I've learned is how to be an independent researcher, an independent thinker. I think I'm definitely not there yet, but that's one of the things I've progressed most. As of this moment, my average day looks. I try to really maintain a structure in my daily life, because now I'm mostly focusing on finishing the analysis of the data I've collected and the secondary data I've been using. And the write-up of the dissertation, of the thesis. I really try to maintain a rhythm. It's also a way of motivating yourself to keep on going. So normally I try to start my day around 9:30-ish, and then work until 6-7 o'clock. For me personally, I really feel like I have to play sports to distract myself from the PhD. And I'm also taking Spanish lessons, but I'm trying every week to maintain a rhythm. I think that's very important, especially in the third year, when you're in a flow of constantly doing similar things, while the second year was still very much of every day was looking differently because I was doing my data collection, and I was really close to my research, while now I'm sitting in an office each day. So you need to maintain a certain rhythm to keep being motivated, to keep on working on this. I think the main challenges I have now so far this year, and I think probably every PhD student comes across in the third year, is that you were quite a different person from the person you were in the first year, the way you were thinking about your topic, the way you think about your research questions. And I'm now really being confronted with my train of thoughts in the first and second year, which I feel now were not sufficient enough for. I mean, I could have gotten more out of it by maybe approaching from a different perspective. So you're constantly now revising your earlier analysis and your data collection, and sometimes you feel, was I good enough during those first year, or did I do things sufficiently? Maybe should I have done things differently? So for me, I feel that is the main challenge. I don't think that will really won't be negative for my graduation, but I think you're focusing for 3 years on the same topic, on the same research objective. So at some point you sort of face yourself in this, and I think that for me is the main challenge, is to constantly being confronted with your own shortcomings and limitations you had, especially during the first 2 years, and you're still having, because you feel the PhD is almost coming towards an end. Did I develop myself enough to be able to call myself a doctor? I wouldn't call it stress because I feel that I do have enough time. I would mostly call it guilt, as into I could have done more, and I should be working longer hours. I should be investing more of my time in it because now is the time to learn. Now is the time to develop myself. Now I still have time to read. And how do I deal with it? Yeah, as I mentioned also earlier, I try to play a lot of sports. Really try to maintain this rhythm. I know and I accepted that most of my time will go towards the PhD, but I still want to I want to stay healthy. I want to maintain a good body, and I want to still be able to see close friends and to still make the occasional trip. It's very important not to let the PhD become your life. There's a life next to the PhD as well. I think it looks really good, to say it like that. No, as in, it's a fantastic supervision team. They are very considerate. They don't demand too much of me, which I feel is a good thing. But that's what they mentioned at the beginning of the PhD, that they want me to become an independent researcher, an independent thinker. Especially now in the third year, if they really want me to make my own decisions. So they barely supervise me in that sense. They're all very busy people, and they do, whenever I have questions, whenever I need something revised, they are there for me and they will do it, but they will not pressure me to do anything, and they will not demand certain, for example, with publication or with anything else. They don't demand anything. I mean, they want me to make my own decisions. They want me to follow my own path. So yeah, no, for me personally, with supervision has been really working so far for me. Because I think they've had a lot of experience with supervising students, and they are not in a position that they demand me to do certain things, as to that they are guiding the research too much. For me, it really works well, as I already mentioned, to have a rhythm and to be in a working environment. I'm not somebody who can focus at home. Maybe once a week, but most of the time I have to be in a work environment where I have people around me, surrounding me, who are also working. So that really does the trick for me. At times, I mean, there are days that you feel like, okay, I will better function at home, and luckily the PhD gives you that opportunity. But what really works for me as well is that the university is offering shut up and write sessions. Well, these are 4-hour sessions, which are called shut up and write, and which is basically a room full of students who have certain writing goals, and you really want to achieve those goals. And I feel that has been really improving my effectiveness, because doing the PhD, you do get into sort of pattern that you feel, okay, well, I still have a couple of months, nobody's pressuring you, you don't have any physical deadlines apart from your submission date, so you feel like, okay, well, I'll take it easy. But I mean, these kind of sessions, they really make you push a bit more, and really just set up deadlines for yourself, realistic deadlines, so they don't stress you out. But yeah, I think the advice I would give to other people is, if you are somebody who works well with deadlines, keep putting them for yourself, and really feel which environment is working best for you to work in. If you feel the home is better for you, then work from home. If you feel the office is better for you, then work from the office. But I would definitely try to maintain a certain rhythm every day, a daily rhythm. These are the hours that I'm going to work. These are the hours that I'm going to relax. To keep me motivated is just to realize what an amazing opportunity this is to do something like this for 3 years in the field that you wish to develop yourself further, and just to keep realizing that. And I think for me the most motivating part was that the field work. I took a 9 months. I went abroad for 9 months to actually be close to my research context, and every day being confronted with the issues that I'm researching was a massive motivator for me. So at times when I'm less motivated here in Leeds, because you're just sitting in an office, disconnected from your topic, you have to keep realizing what you are doing it for. Even though it's a very small contribution you're doing, you are contributing in your own way. I'm going to be very honest. The beginning was one of my favorite parts, but maybe because of the novelty of everything. And you had a lot of time to read. There was not really any pressure yet, or at least not the pressure you put on yourself. You were sort of forming your own research project. But I have to say, what was really my most favorite part was the data collection for me. I guess every PhD is different, but I was really lucky that I was able to go to Kenya for 9 months to do my fieldwork there. And while it was at times stressful and it was a lot of hard work, it was really satisfying for me. For me, sometimes a PhD feels like you're in a little bubble. And even though you're in your department and you're surrounded by PhD students, there's not a lot of interaction at times, because everybody's so focused on their own project, and people from the department, they're focusing on their own projects as well. So I felt when I was in Kenya, I was interacting with, with my research participants, with my research assistants, with people from the research center. You're constantly, every day, you're talking about your topic. And I sort of wish that would have been my whole 3 years, that would have been the case. That I would have done my PhD for 3 years over there. I think that would have been much more fulfilling. So that was definitely my favorite part, and that is also part of my motivation. It was part of my motivation, which kept me motivated, is to be constantly in discussion with people about what you're doing and how you can do things better. I don't know if that will be in academia or if that will be in the humanitarian sector or in charity. I do want to stay involved in international health and development and nutrition. I know I want to stay involved in this topic. I want to be a really good professional. I want to be doing good in humanitarian sector. In what kind of form that will take, I'm not entirely sure yet. As long as I keep developing myself, keep taking everything out of myself, but I do hope to see myself also having more experience with working in different settings, contexts. Thank you, Hartfiets, for inviting me for this interview. It was very nice to do. I don't know if this will be of any use to anybody. But yeah, this is so far a bit of my experience with the PhD. I would recommend it to everybody who wants to further develop themselves. I honestly don't listen to the horrible stories you've been hearing about PhDs or about PhD students who are anxious or stressed, or don't listen to them. They have no idea what they're talking about. It's a really useful experience, and I would do it every single day. Again. However, if you would ever do a PhD, choose a topic you're passionate about. Don't do it just for developing new skills, or for learning new research methods, or just for learning how to do research. Do it in a topic you're engaged with. Yeah, of course it has its ups and downs, but it's definitely worth a ride. And thank you again for listening. I hope this was nice for you. Okay, bye bye.